All right, so we read the instructions, and now we're in the process of going through the three sources. We're on source two today. First question: do you remember what our focus is? What, as of right now, what we're focusing on as we read these? That's right, the development of Neanderthals. So, source two is titled Neanderthal Discoveries. So things that they discovered. So let's read through this, and I'll stop and ask you questions because, again, I want you to be thinking about things you should be focused on as you read these articles. And again, we're focused on the development of Neanderthals. Okay, the first humans with Neanderthal traits were believed to have lived 350,000 to 600,000 years ago. It's crazy. However, the first true Neanderthals appeared between 200 and 250,000 years ago. Neanderthal skulls were first discovered in Belgium in 1829. In 1856, scientists discovered the bones of the first Neanderthal. They found bones from the skull, arms, and ribs. Neanderthals are considered the immediate ancestors of modern day humans. Okay? So basically, Neanderthals are, and it said this in source one, they are linked. We are, people today are linked to Neanderthals. We developed from them. All right. All right. Now we're getting into specifics about Neanderthal development. So I'll ask you some questions here as we go. First, their homes. Early Neanderthals lived in the Ice Age for about 100,000 years. Because of damage to their land, little information about the species is known. Remains of Neanderthals have been discovered in most of Europe, including the countries of Germany, Spain, and Italy. Remains have also been found in parts of Asia. Researchers have estimated that the total population of Neanderthals in all these areas was about 70,000. Neanderthals lived mostly in cold climates. They would migrate north if the temperature got warmer. Okay, so where what type of climates did Neanderthals live in? That's right, cold climates. And I just want to point out, too, if we're talking about their development, it's really interesting that they would migrate north if the temperature got warmer. So they were intelligent. They knew what they had to do to survive. All right. Next one, appearance. Neanderthals had a muscular build with short limbs and a large nose. Evidence suggests they had strong arms and hands. Neanderthal males were about 5 feet 5 inches tall. Well, that's good. I was taller than them. Females were about 5 feet tall. Males weighed about 170 pounds, while females weighed about 146 pounds. Some studies suggest that Neanderthals may have had red or blonde hair with light skin. They also had large eye sockets. This meant they had great vision. Neanderthals had a large brain size because of their large bodies. Okay, so they actually had big brains. Remember at the beginning we talked, people thought they were unintelligent. So, what did Neanderthals look like? All right, hunting. While earlier studies suggest Neanderthals were not good at hunting, new evidence shows they hunted many prey. Scientists have discovered sharp wooden spears and animal remains. It appears as though they hunted animals such as deer and boar. When they were near water, they hunted food such as seals, dolphins, and fish. Neanderthals also hunted to make clothing. They used the animal hide and tools made of bone to make the clothing. Okay, so um, were so Neanderthals clearly were good at hunting. What are some of the things that Neanderthals hunted? All right, way of life. Neanderthals likely lived in small groups and spoke a common language. One discovery showed a fracture on top of the skull. This seemed to be caused by a blade, which suggests violence among the groups. Another skull had a fracture and a damaged eye at a young age. Even though there was violence, studies also show they looked after each other. Even with these injuries, the Neanderthal lifespan was approximately 40 years. So they only lived 40 years. But for way of life, what are a couple things that showed that they were more developed than people thought. Yep, that's right. They lived in groups and spoke a common language. All right, disappearance. In 2014, a scientist studied Neanderthal bones and tools. He discovered that Neanderthals died out in Europe between 39,000 and 41,000 years ago. The reason Neanderthals disappeared still remains a mystery. Scientists have several ideas about this. Some believe they disappeared because of climate. Neanderthals went through a very cold weather period and they may have had little food to eat as a result. Another idea is that there was a violent conflict among the Neanderthals that led to their deaths. They also may have disappeared due to the spread of disease. Finally, scientists believe Neanderthals may have been replaced by modern humans who came to the region. All right. So, what are some possible reasons why Neanderthals disappeared? Okay. Just remember too, reminder, I hope you guys realize this, that when the video freezes, you still might be able to read some of the words, so the answers might be there on the screen for you to read. Okay, so again, make sure you watch every second of this video. It's going to end in just a sec, so you get credit and for watching this today.